Have you ever had that desperate need for money? If you've had it, you know what I'm talking about. So in a business, desperate energy for money, not a great thing to have. So what do? You don't just wave your wand. Find out today. Hey y'all, I'm Kendrick Shope, creator of Authentic Selling, the #1 sales process for your business, which allows you to get more customers, make more money, and have the freedom to live the life you want to live. For tactical, practical, proven, strategic sales solutions that work for your business, ring the bell and subscribe. It's gonna happen to you. It's gonna happen to me. It's gonna happen to everybody who runs a business. At some point, probably multiple times, you will have the feeling of desperate energy for money. It's not a fun place to be. Not enough people talk about it or what to do about it. But the first step is acknowledging that you're not doing anything wrong. Every business that has ever sustained being in business has felt that desperate pull for money. And it can present in physical ways in your body when you are in charge. It can make you feel very nauseous. It can make you have tons of anxiety, and it can also make you very clingy for sales. But isn't it just, of course, the way it is that when you're clingy and graspy for sales, you can't seem to close a sale no matter what you do? Because desperate energy for money repels sales and also attracts desperate energy for money. Nothing causes more drama in a business than taking on a customer that is not a good fit. Yet that can be a solution that we grasp for when we're feeling that desperate energy for money. I really need money. I gotta pay my rent. I gotta pay my bills. I'm gonna take on any customer I can get. Now, no judgment if you've done that. And here's a little secret. Everybody's done that. It happens. And sometimes that is something that saves your ass, quite frankly, having that money come in. But it also is likely to create drama because they're not a good fit for you. And so what do we do when we have this desperate energy for money? Well, #1, recognize that you're not alone. #2, recognize that you didn't do anything wrong. This happens in businesses. You know, one day things are great, the next day a global pandemic hits, and all of a sudden all your venues are shut down. And oh crap, it was gonna be my best year ever, and now how am I gonna pay my bills? Stuff happens. So recognize that it happens to everybody. #2, you didn't do anything wrong. #3, we need to take some action. So yes, there are some very deliberate things that we can do to go out and get more sales. You can watch the video, How to Get 5 New Clients, that can talk to you about the sales specific activities to do. But this video is more of a mindset video, which I don't talk a lot about, but it is important that your mindset is right when you're selling. So what do you do from the mindset piece when you're selling in order to get your energy cleaned up, so to speak? Well, #1, and this is a terrible thing to say, but you can clean up that desperate energy for money by hiring a money coach. Okay, what, Kendrick? I just told you I'm desperate for money. I don't have the money to hire another coach. Have you lost your mind? I get it. I said it was a terrible answer. But sometimes the best way to fix these issues is to hire an energy worker or a coach. So I'll give you an example. Shortly after the pandemic, I realized that, after the whole world shut down, I realized that our business projections were not likely going to be hit. And I was super depressed. And I realized that we were going to lose a lot of money. I wasn't yet in desperate energy for money, but I knew I was going to be headed there. So I hired an energy worker with with money that I really should have been saving so I could work on myself. What happened was, by working on myself and heading that off at the path, I ended up having a really great year. So I am not suggesting that if you can't pay your rent, you run out and hire an energy worker or a money coach. And I am not looking for you to hire a money coach to say, you did this wrong, you did this wrong, and you did this wrong. That's not helpful when you're in desperate energy for money. But what can be helpful is having some tools to refocus your brain, to clean out your energy. Again, I'm not an energy worker, so I would love to be able to tell you this is my area of expertise and I can help you, but I can't. The other great thing about an energy coach is they likely have some great free content. So I can think of another time when I lost a huge chunk of money on an investment that my husband was none too pleased with me about, and I was beating myself up. I did not take my own advice. I was feeling guilty. I was beating myself up, and I found some great free resources, a podcast, a book that really helped me change my outlook and clean up my sort of desperate need to make this money back and show my husband that I wasn't a complete idiot. Oh my, I'm just spilling all the dirty laundry today. The other things you can do, and again, I just want to acknowledge that desperate energy for money is not a fun place to be. It's not. I get it. So the solutions may not feel super fun either. For example, let's say you have a cavity and it hurts and it's causing you pain. That's no fun. Going to get your tooth drilled on isn't really fun either. The solution's not fun, but it takes care of the problem. So when I first started this business nearly 10 years ago, or a little bit over 10 years ago, I flew through my savings. I invested. I am a learner by one of my top 5 strengths is learner. And I flew through my savings because I invested in every course known to man. I thought the more I learned, the faster I would be successful, and that actually proved to be true in my case. However, we, meaning my husband and I, had to have a conversation about you've got to stop. You got to stop because our savings is gone and you're still not making any money. And I had this desperate energy for money. And so one of my best friends said to me, Kendrick, you got to clean that money up. So she said, you either hire an energy coach, and I was like, can't do that, no, or find a way to bring money in. Again, not a popular solution, but it works. So what I did was, a year into this business, I started re-interviewing for pharmaceutical sales job. I was a pharma rep in the past. I started re-interviewing for pharmaceutical sales jobs. I got the first interview I went to, I got the job. And so I knew I wasn't giving up on this business. And I made a promise to myself that I'm going to bring this money in so we feel financially secure as a household, because I have blown through our savings following my dream, but I'm still going to work on this business at night. I'm going to do what I have to do to make this business work, but I'm going to bring some money in the process. You don't have to go back to your corporate job. I know a lot of people who have taken VA jobs, who have taken other jobs as they are building their business. An interesting thing happened to me when I took that pharmaceutical sales job. By the time I got home, back to my condo or house in Chicago, the hiring manager called me and said, Kendrick, the job is yours, but while we were interviewing, our company went on a hiring freeze. So it's going to be 90 days before you can come to work. So hold tight for 90 days and this job is yours. Translation, Kendrick had 90 days to figure out how to start bringing some money in. My rear was on the line and off the line because I could say to my husband, I've got a job, I'm going to go back to my 6-figure salary, it's all going to be okay, and I'm going to give it everything I got in this 90 days. And an interesting thing happened. I had my first $5,000 month. 3 months later, I had my first $10,000 month. And we have never fallen below that in sales since then. What happened? What did I change? Did I hire this coach who magically gave me a plan? Did I start doing something different on social? No. I changed my energy. And I took action. So you can't just change your energy and lay in the bed. I continued to take action. I continued to put myself out there. I coached 100 people for free. 100 people. I decided in 90 days, I am going to go down swinging. I'm not going to be out, but I am going to coach everybody I can put my hands on. Y'all, my calendar was full from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. coaching people. And you know what happened? Those people turned into customers. And those people told other people about my work. And those people told other people. And all of a sudden, I didn't need to go back to work. So when that pharmaceutical sales job called and said, your 90 days is up, we're ready to hire you, I said, thank you so much, but I'm turning it down. So what to do with desperate energy for money? I'm not suggesting you get a job. This is a highly personal conversation. But I do want you to know through real stories that you're not alone. I've experienced it multiple times in this business, and I have been incredibly financially successful in this business. I don't think people talk about this enough when they get to a certain level. They're like, oh, I can't talk about it because you might not hire me and you might not think I make money. And that's ridiculous because nobody has a stellar year every year. So you will experience it. I hate it for you. I hate it for me, but it happens. Number 2, you didn't do anything wrong. Even if you lost money in an investment, you did something you were believing in and you didn't do anything wrong. So forgive yourself. Forgive yourself even though you didn't do anything wrong. And then number 3, figure out an action plan to clean up that desperate energy for money. Can you hire an energy coach? Can you hire a money coach? Can you consume their free content? Can you find a podcast? Can you change your daily practices? Do you need to find a part-time job or a full-time job to supplement your income? Doesn't mean you give up on your business. It's not an all or nothing situation. What I have found in working with customers and in myself personally is that anytime I have gone into this sort of, oh no, I feel desperate for money, I need to stop, acknowledge, forgive myself, and then take action. Instead of, oh, I need money, let's go into massive chaotic action. Doesn't work. As a matter of fact, massive chaotic action creates grabby for money, desperate for money, clingy for money, and you are attracting people who can't afford you, or you're attracting the wrong customers. So there's nothing wrong with you. It's going to happen, and you will get through it. For more strategic, tactical, practical, proven sales solutions like this, ring the bell below and subscribe. And I believe in you, and I believe in your business.